Good morning, friends, and welcome to another amazing episode of Get In, Get Fit series. As all of you know, the whole idea of Get In, Get Fit started during the pandemic last year. And every day we have our exercise sessions because we believe in holistic way of approach to life. And we have our wonderful mentors on a daily basis who come at around 6 in the morning, 6 to 6:40 every day and help us stay healthy. And as I always say, Get In, Get Fit is all about having a unison of heart, body, mind, and soul. And with that as the crux or the basic essence or motto of what we do on a daily basis, we also started our weekly seminars, that is every Saturday 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., where we have an expert speaker who comes and shares their wealth of knowledge. And every Saturday, we really learn a lot of things from all our expert speakers. So today is something, a gift which I want to give all of you, a gift which I have been enjoying for the past, I can say, around a month now. And I feel truly blessed to be able to have interacted with Vinoop sir. And I want each of you to have that same kind of a blessing. And so please be mindful of what you're going to hear today from Vinoop sir. And I'm sure you're going to have a very enriching experience through the session and thereafter. So with no further ado, I want to definitely, introduce Vinoop sir and bring him onto the stage right away. So our expert speaker for today is Mr. Vinoop Jaipal. Vinoop sir is a spiritual holistic trainer, an energy coach, a life coach, and EFT trainer, having more than 15 years of experience in the field of holistic therapies and energy healing. He's a Reiki master teacher who has initiated a number of people on the path of Reiki, an Acharya of Pranashakti International, a worldwide spiritual organization, an NLP Grandmaster trainer, and a proud member of the NLP USA. Professionally, he has been an IT professional with several multinational companies in Kerala and Bangalore for more than 13 years. With the inception of Ray Life, the focus is to integrate various holistic healing modalities to ensure the most suited healing and transformational experience unique to your life experience. So we are extremely happy and proud to have Mr. Vinoop Jaipal, my Reiki master, who has initiated me into Reiki. And the experience has been wonderful, my dear friends. I have no words to, express my gratitude to sir. And I can only say that it has been a wonderful experience, and I've been practicing it now for over a month. And every day, the feeling I get, is totally different. And I thought what I get, I should share it out with all of you. And over to you, Vinoop sir. Enjoy the session, my dear friends.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vidya. Thank you so much, and so happy for those wonderful words and converse. Thank you so much, and welcome all to this session of Reiki. Good morning, all. Okay, so Reiki is today's session, and Dr. Vidya told, my name is Vinod Jaipal. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I've been working with Reiki, practicing Reiki for the past 15 years, and I've been teaching Reiki for the past 3 years. So maybe you would have heard about Reiki. Maybe you are hearing this word for the first time. So I will start from the rooting. Okay, Reiki is a Japanese word. Reiki is a Japanese word, meaning Rei is a two word. Rei means universal, Ki means life force energy. So Reiki means universal life force energy. Okay, and there is this is first formulated by Lord Buddha, and then it's been reinvented to our world by Dr. Tao Xi. in the 20th century. So Reiki is an energy healing which works on all four levels: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. We can use Reiki for anything, any physical issues, mental issues, even our financial issues, relationship issues, anywhere, wherever we want to use Reiki, we can use Reiki. Okay. And one of the beauty of Reiki is it doesn't have a time-space barrier. It doesn't have a space barrier, so that we can do distant healing as well. Wherever you are, you can do Reiki. You can do a healing to anywhere, any person, anywhere in the world. That's another beauty of Reiki. So next thing is everybody will have a doubt how to learn Reiki. Okay, Reiki is being learned by a process called initiation or attunement. Initiation or attunement. That means if a person want to learn Reiki, my duty as a Reiki master teacher is to connect that person with that energy, with that Reiki. And that process is called initiation or attunement. And once that process is been completed, what I'm doing is I'm just connecting that person with that universal life force energy. And once that procedure is completed, once that initiation, that connection is been completed, whenever that person thinks of Reiki, the energy will flow through their palm and it will be there with them for till his last breath. And we can use that energy for any issues in our life, may it be physical, may it be mental, may it be emotional, financial, or relationship, anything it may be. Okay. That's the beauty of Reiki. And it's very simple to learn and it's very simple to practice also. Once we are attuned to Reiki, we need to practice it for at least for continuously 21 days. At least for 21 days, we need to practice Reiki for at least 21 days. 28 points, and just we need to send, just flow through our palm. Energy will flow through our palm, each and every part of our body. And usually given to our chakras. So we have heard about chakras. There are many chakras in our body. Usually we are Reiki, or almost all energy healing is done on these chakras. We have 7 major chakras, and this energy is being given to these 7 major chakras. In each chakra will have its own property, and each chakra will have its own purpose. We are actually energizing these chakras, and energizing these chakras, we can energize our body, our physical health, our mental health, our financial health, everything we can actually energize. So I have just made a presentation. Okay, can you please share that now? Can I able to share?
Yes, sir. I'll share it.
Yeah. So I have made a presentation for you. So there's a person called Nippon Tesla. You have heard about him. So once you are told, like, if you wish to understand the universe, think of energy, frequency, and vibration. That's what we are trying to look about energy. And we are looking into Reiki. Reiki is a energy healing. The term meaning is universal life force energy. And Reiki is a spiritually guided life force energy. It will help in us in giving us relaxation, relief from stress and anxiety, promotes pain relief, eases muscle tension, peace of mind, increase the rate of recovery from injury, energizes and balances the whole body, strengthen the immune system. So what? Yeah, Reiki, as I told you, Reiki is a Japanese word, means universal life force energy. Rei means universal and Ki means life force energy. Okay, with this energy we can heal ourselves, our physical issues, mental issues, emotional issues, and we can actually heal other persons also with energy. Next slide. Next. Yeah, it works on all 4 levels of our life: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, and how to learn Reiki, that I have told, like it's a process called attunement or initiation. That means I'm just connecting you with that energy, and once you got connected with that energy, whenever you think of Reiki energy, the energy will flow through your palm, and you can heal yourself and others. And actually there are 4 levels in Reiki. We are entering into Reiki with through first level. In that first level, once you get attuned to Reiki, we will get that healing energy, and we need to practice it for 21 days. And once you practice for 21 days, you can go to next levels, Reiki second degree. In second degree also we have an attunement, and once you are connected to the second degree of Reiki, you will get a lot of symbols. There are a lot of symbols, and our energy will be enhanced. Our energy, the power to send energy and heal others will be enhanced. Okay, then we need to practice it for 21 days, and once you practice it for the next 21 days, you can go to third level. Third level means master healer, and in master healer level also we have an initiation, and once you got initiated to third day, you will be getting a symbol called master symbol, and it's a very powerful symbol. And in third degree, we will be learning about psychic surgery. That means we can use energy and we can give surgery to other persons or for ourselves also. Okay. And the next step is on 24th level. It is called master teacher level. It is intended to those people who wanted to make this as a career and want to share this knowledge to other people. Like this, we have total 4 levels in Reiki. Madam, can you go to next? Okay, this is the level 1. We can initiate ourselves, and we can do Reiki for ourselves and others. Next level, ma'am. Next. Okay, so I have told you we are doing Reiki in our chakras. Chakras means actually wheels. We have heard about the term chakra. Chakra means wheels. What is chakras do is that it will grab cosmic energy from cosmic energy and energize our internal battery. And we have 7 major chakras in our body. Can you go to next slide, madam? There are actually 7 chakras in our body. And where is it located? It is located in our inside our spine. There is nadi called Sushupna nadi. And from that nadi, there are 7 chakras emerge. And the first chakra, which is at the root of our spine, is called the root chakra or the Muladhara chakra. The second chakra is just below our navel, and it is called the Svadhisthana chakra. The third chakra is at our stomach area, is called the Manipura chakra or solar plexus chakra. And the next chakra is at our heart center, and it's called the Anahata chakra or heart chakra. Fourth chakra is fifth chakra is at our throat center. It is called Vichuddhi chakra or throat chakra. And the sixth chakra is at between our eyebrows, and it is called the third eye chakra or Ajna chakra. And the seventh one is at our crown area. It is called Sahasrara chakra or crown chakra. Can you go to the next slide, ma'am? Next one. Our chakras. Okay, come back to this old one. Okay, so chakra. Okay. Wait, man. Okay. So each chakra will have its own property, its own purpose. For example, root chakra, Muladhara chakra. Muladhara chakra denotes our basic necessities of our life. Our health, wealth, and securities lies in our Muladhara chakra. So if a person comes with a physical illness, or if he is having a financial issues, then we need to understand that his Muladhara chakra is not working perfectly. So we can heal it, balance it, or energize it. That's how we work with Reiki. Balance this chakra. Each chakra it has a special purpose, and the purpose of the Muladhara chakra is to give us health, wealth, and securities in life. The next one is Swadhisthana chakra or sacred chakra. It is our emotional center. All our emotions are being tied up here in our Swadhisthana chakra. Especially our negative emotions like fear, jealousy, hatred, all these negative emotions come from Swadhisthana chakra. If a person is having a lot of fear, a lot of anger, we need to heal this Swadhisthana chakra. And while we do healing to our Swadhisthana chakra, all these unwanted negative emotions will be eliminated. Then next one is solar plexus chakra or Manipura chakra, as located at your stomach area. And it is the center of our self-esteem, self-confidence, our power and leadership skill. If a person needs more power in his life, he can energize or heal or energize his Manipura chakra. If a person wants to be a leader in his life, he can activate his Manipura chakra. Our leadership skills, our motivation skills, our self-esteem and self-confidence comes from our Manipura chakra. The next one is our Anahata chakra, the heart center. heart chakra, another chakra of heart chakra. All of the relationships starts from another chakra. All our relationships. So if you have any relationship issues, we can give Reiki to our Anahata chakra, and we can heal our relationship by giving Reiki to your Anahata chakra. The next chakra is Vishuddhi chakra and the throat chakra. And all our communication skills, our creativity, everything is coming from our Vishuddhi chakra. So if you want to be more adept in our communication, if you want to improve our communication skills, if you want to improve our creativity, we can actually activate or energize our Vishuddhi chakra. And the sixth chakra is third eye chakra or Ajna chakra. Ajna chakra, and it is the center of our intuition. It is the center of our intelligence and higher knowledge. So, if you want to enhance your intelligence, if you want to enhance your intuitions, you can actually energize your Ajna chakra. The seventh chakra is Sahasrara chakra, and it is also located at the crown of our head. And this is the center of our spirituality. To enhance our connection with our spirituality, we can energize Sahasrara. Okay. So, is there any doubt or any clarity needed for these chakras? If you have any doubt, you can just ask, madam, or you can ask later. This is the introduction about Reiki. This is the introduction about Reiki. This is how we learn Reiki, how we do Reiki. So the another question is who all can learn Reiki? Anyone from around age of 8, above the age of 8 can learn Reiki. Anyone can learn Reiki. And once you learn Reiki, then you need to practice Reiki. So how is the practice? As I told, the energy will come to your palm, and you need to give that energy to all those some points in our body. In my system, there are 28 points. We need to energize these 28 points. We need to energize these 28 points. It's very easy. The practice is very simple. Just you need to keep your palm at your points and just intend Reiki to flow through you. Just intend Reiki to flow through you. It's very simple. Reiki practice is very simple. You just need to intend Reiki to flow through you. And you can practice at any time, any time around the globe. And it doesn't need any special precaution or anything like that. You can do wherever you want to do Reiki. Okay.
Yes, sir. You want me to start asking questions, sir?
Yeah, this is the introduction about Reiki. There's nothing much more for me to say about. Actually, this one is need to be experienced rather than not talked about.
Perfect. So thank you so much for the introduction, Vinod sir. And what we understand is like we need to invoke energy in our palms, and the healing happens through our palms, and the energy flows into either our own body or into the others. So we have heard about distant healing also. So can you just tell us a little more on distant healing with Reiki, sir?
Yeah, of course, ma'am. Okay, energy doesn't have a time-space barrier, so that we can send energy to anyone, anywhere in the world. Okay, you just need to start Reiki or invoke Reiki, and you can just keep your palm like this, and you can send Reiki to anyone, anywhere in the world, and which is equally effective. And we can do Reiki, we can do healing for anything, maybe physical issues, mental or emotional issues, financial issues, or relationship issues. That person just need to lie down there, nothing else. Just be receptive, and we can send Reiki to anyone, anywhere in the world, equally effectively. Okay,
Thank you
madam?
so much, sir. Thank you. Another question is we want to know, like you said, we need to practice for 21 days. So just to understand and also, get the whole crux of the Reiki, just share with us the process of attunement for anybody who would like to start learning Reiki.
Okay, the process of attunement is a spiritual process. Okay, I'm doing it online and offline. Nowadays, because of this pandemic issue, I've been doing online and distant initiation and giving online classes for the last 1.5 years. Almost, I've completed more than 200 attunements online. So, if anyone wanted to learn Reiki, we just ping me, and we will decide a time. Okay, we need a complete relax the time of half an hour for initiation. we'll be doing it on call, and for that it will take around 30 minutes. Okay, and I'll be doing some sketches or some processes. That's how I will connect the person or the student with the Reiki. Okay, that process is called initiation or attunement, and it will take around 30 minutes. And after that 30 minutes, they need to lie down immediately after that attunement, because the healing that after the attunement, the energy will help them to heal on a bigger level. So if our body goes to rest at that time, we will get a very good healing in that after the attunement itself.
Okay, sir. So once this attunement is done, what is the next procedure, sir?
Once the attunement is done, we need to practice. We need to practice, and I have a syllabus for us healing. Our syllabus like how to heal ourselves, how to treat us if we have a disease or something, how to treat that disease. Then the next thing, okay, how to heal other person, how to do distant healing, how to give us and others protection, how to energize water, how to energize our food, how to heal something. Actually, energy doesn't have a time-space barrier. Okay, because it doesn't have a space barrier, we have been able to do Reiki distantly, and it doesn't have a time barrier, so that we can send Reiki to our past if something is hurting still, and we can give Reiki to our past, and simultaneously we'll be relieved from that issue from the past. And simultaneously, if you have any something to boost in your future, if you have something, any project you're working on, anything, you can just send the Reiki to your future issues, future things also. And there's something called wish manifestation also. If you have a wish, you can actually manifest that wish using Reiki. That's the syllabus we have. And usually, when a person comes for a class, it will be completed in five to five more, mostly in 5 to 6 online classes. Okay, all these portions can be covered in 5 to 6 hours. Okay, usually I split into 5 or 6 classes, and that's how it goes.
And so we have heard that Reiki, when you started, like you said, you have distant healing, and you have personal healing also, and you can heal your past and your future. You can send the positive Reiki energy towards that. Tell us more about Reiki, how they do on water, and they try to get the benefit of positive energy internally also. Can you share that, sir?
Okay, actually it's very simple. Reiki, practicing Reiki is very simple. You just need to intend Reiki, and Reiki will flow through you. So if you are asking like how to energize water, you just need to take that cup of water or bottle of water and just hold it and just send Reiki to 15 to 20 minutes. Just with that intention, whatever you need, you just have that intention and just send Reiki to that water. It's very simple actually. The simplicity is the thing actually we don't understand. So simple, just an intention is needed and it will work accordingly. And another thing is the energy, the Reiki energy is intelligent, conscious, and it is having awareness. It knows where to go, how to go, and it will go to the root cause of the issue. So someone is coming because of a headache. If we are giving Reiki to his forehead, the energy knows where to go. Problem, and it heals from within itself. Here, madam.
Okay. And sir, many a times whenever we are thinking about water, I have heard and I have felt and I have experienced it also, that whenever you think about like, okay, I'm going to drink a cardamom water, even if the water is just plain water, after that 20-21 minutes of intention, we can smell the smell of cardamom in the water as we drink it. And we can do the same with any kind of flower, or rose water, or jasmine water, anything. We're able to do that. So can you explain a little more about how this happens?
Actually, that's a property of water. one of the major property of the water is that it has a powerful memory power. And it has another property that without changing the chemical structure, it can actually change its molecular structure. And when we give Reiki to water, the molecular structure will change, and it will get that quality what we intend. So, I used to say, tell my students to energize water with an intention that water will have a taste of lemon, okay, and it will get converted into lemon taste. Okay, you might have experienced that also.
Yes, sir. So
Energy can do wonders.
absolutely. Many a times, life we have felt that there are certain issues which can't be resolved, or we feel like, it is like a thing of the past, but it is still bothering us even today. Does Reiki help to heal us from that also, sir?
Yes, of course, madam. I have told that we can send Reiki to past issues. Okay, and the thing is, it is not the memory, but the emotions connected with the memory is giving us pain. Okay, and Reiki will help us to reduce that connectivity, that emotional connectivity with that issue. Okay, and if you do Reiki for that particular issue for around 7 days or so, you'll certainly feel that difference. Maybe in one or two session, you can feel that change and difference.
Many a times people say that why should we keep bringing that issue again in our mind, because that's causing us pain. So what do you have to tell about that, sir?
So actually, who is bringing that in your mind? Okay, it's keep popping up, right? Keep popping up, right? That means it is not yet healed. Once it is healed, it won't pop up again. Okay? And Reiki is one very good method to heal that. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir. I'm sure many of us have a lot of questions to ask, and I will definitely encourage everybody to put it on the chat box. I also have a thing to ask, like many a times I have heard and I have seen people sharing their experiences of Reiki. And they say it has some connection with the healing of Jesus Christ and all that. Can you explain a little about that, sir?
Okay, fine. It's been said that Jesus Christ used to heal other person with the same energy. Okay, and personally, I consider Jesus Christ as one of my masters, and I usually pray to Jesus Christ also. But Reiki is not at all connected with any religion or any culture, something like that. Okay, it came from Japan. That's all. And I have been lucky to teach a lot of fathers, Christian fathers, and they told in Bible there are some verses where it's been told that Jesus healed person by touching, healed a person just by touching. Okay, maybe mostly it will be Reiki. Maybe at that time it won't be termed as Reiki, some other energy, but it is energy.
Can you tell us a little more about, Dr. Rusi, Dr. Hayashi, and Grandmaster Takata also? A little bit on the story of the origin of Reiki.
Okay. Actually, after the period of Jesus Christ, it was not much. We don't have much ideas in our history about Reiki. And in the beginning of this 20th century, a person called Dr. Mikao Usui. One second, I'll show you. This is Dr. Mikao Usui. He actually reinvented just. Playing back Reiki into our life, into the human life. Okay, he went out for a meditation for 21 days at a mountain called Mount Kuruma, and he fasted for 21 days and meditated for 21 days. And at the end of the 21st day, actually he was so sad that he couldn't get anything, and so he just wanted to go down, feeling so sad. And then he heard a sound, and when he looked up in the skies, a white ball came into his head, and he got completely engulfed in that white energy, and he got unconscious. And after he became conscious and he felt he has some energy, and then he came down the hill, the mountain, and he had a lot of healing miracles. Then he taught that energy to Hayashi Master. Hayashi Master was a naval base officer, and he is the first person to make a Reiki clinic in Japan in the beginning of 20th century. And then after that, Dr. Hayashi Master gave that energy or taught Reiki to Madam Takata. And Takata, Madam was a Japanese American lady. She went back to America, and in her lifetime, she actually taught 22 grandmasters. And those 22 grandmasters roamed around the world and helped us to learn this magic. That's the
Lovely.
history.
And generally, we also associate Lord Buddha with Reiki. We invoke Lord Buddha also. So, can you tell us a little about that, sir?
Okay, it's been said that Buddha is the first person to understood there is something called some energy is there, and we can use that energy for human feelings. Okay, in Buddha tradition, there is something a person called medicine Buddha, and it's been said that from that tradition, this energy healing, Reiki healing started. So that's why we consider Lord Buddha as our great grandmaster. We usually pray to Lord Buddha also.
And you were saying about symbols in second level, sir. So, can you tell us a little more about basic things of symbols and the power of symbols as you use Reiki?
Symbols, actually, symbols usually is like the letters of letters in Japanese language. Okay, and each symbol will have their own power. And in classical Reiki, there are only four major symbols, and first three symbols will be taught in a second degree. Okay, and each symbol will have a default energy. Okay, we can use it. Whenever we want, we can use these symbols. For example, we have a power symbol. If you want to energize something, if you want to plan something, if you want to boost something, we can use that power symbol. Okay, and we have a mental emotion symbol. If a person is coming and is feeling so sad and is having stress and anxiety, we can use that mental emotion symbol. And we have a distance symbol with which we can connect with other person anywhere in the world. And we have I am teaching actually 21 symbols. In total, I am giving 21 symbols in the second degree, and each symbol will have its own power. For example, we have a symbol which can help us other person to sleep. We want another person to sleep, we have symbol. We can use that symbol and make that other person sleep easily. And there are a lot of symbols for prosperity, removing our blocks.
I have been attuned into the symbols, so I know the power of what you're trying to talk. And I've also experienced some of the miracles of these symbols also. And I also understand that it should not be just given off. There should be exchange of, and the willingness of the other person to accept what we are doing for them. I've also heard about flames or the rays coming, the violet flame, the white flame. So can you tell us a little more about those also, sir?
Okay, we have a lot of energies in the world. Okay, and Reiki is one among those energies. Okay, we have Reiki, Pranic healing, silver oil flame, Jyoti, Anusati, and a lot of energies are there. Okay, and in Reiki, if you intend violet light to come through our mouth, we can actually send violet light. Okay, while if you are talking about violet flame, there is another kind of energy. We need attunement for that energy. But in Reiki, if you want to send violet color energy, we can send it. If you want to send white light energy, we can send white light. It's just intention. What we intend, we can send. Okay, each color will have a particular quality. For example, if you send rose color or green color, it will heal our heart chakra more. It can be used for healing, I mean relationship healing. Okay, so if you want more power, we can use yellow. Okay, for spiritual things and all, we can use violet. Okay, so just intention is needed. If you want to send violet energy, we can send violet energy to our palm with an intention first.
There are many times where we say Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, which means let the entire universe be blessed. Things like that we say. So can we do Reiki for universal peace and universal happiness? And because most of us, for the last 2 years at least, have understood that a virus can really change our life. And we want to spread this positivity, spread happiness, spread peace to everyone around us. So can you share if Reiki is also useful in spreading this kind of a positivity everywhere, sir?
Okay, very nice question, ma'am. Thank you. Actually, I ask every student to do this daily, to do mother healing, earth healing daily. After their practice, I just tell them just to intend that that mother planet Earth is in between our palm, and just send Reiki to our mother planet Earth, because our mother planet Earth needs more healing at this time. And just send Reiki to our mother planet for 20, at least 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so we can restore this peace, happiness, and brotherhood in our universe, or in our mother planet. Yes, we can do that.
Thank you, sir. And many a times when we learn about the chakras, and we, as you said, that we need to balance the chakras. So, can we personally understand what is the imbalance we have in our lives with just understanding the chakras, and how can we balance that once we learn Reiki for ourselves, or once we go for a therapy with the Reiki master?
It's very simple, ma'am. So, our body will send only two messages: comfort or discomfort. If you are having discomfort, then there is some issues. So, we have physical plane, mental, emotional plane, spiritual plane, and we have financial, relationship, all those categories in our life, right? So, if you are having financial issues, then right away we can understand that is connected with our root chakra, and we can just send Reiki to our root chakra more, and it is more chakra more, and the energy, the Reiki energy is full of awareness and intelligence. It will balance that chakra, or heal that chakra, or energize that chakra, and we can come out of that issue. Okay, so we know where we are struggling, and just not need to know with which chakra is that this struggle is connected. If you are struggling in a relationship issues, then we need to understand it is connected with your heart chakra. Just give more Reiki to that heart chakra, and it will balance, and it will get healed, and slowly, you'll be feeling much better. Okay, so the beauty of Reiki is like I told you, it is intelligent, and it has awareness. It knows where to go and how to deal with it, and it will go to the root cause, and it will heal from within. You just need to send Reiki, just need to practice Reiki every day. It will automatically balance these chakras energies. Wherever the more energy is needed, it will give more energy. Wherever the balance is needed, it will balance those chakras. Wherever healing is needed, that energy will heal that particular area. Okay. It's very simple actually. You don't need to do anything else. You just need to intend Reiki to flow to a palm, to those particular area. Everything else will be done by the Reiki. In fact, we are just a channel of energy, like a wire conduct electricity. We are just a channel of energy. And if you do Reiki to some other person, don't think that our energy is getting decreased. No, we are just a channel of energy, and we are just a medium through which this energy is flowing to that other person. And in fact, when we are healing another person, first energy is flowing through us, and we are actually healing first. The healer is actually healed first, and then the energy is flowing to the other person. That's the beauty of Reiki.
Thank you so much, sir. And generally, we practice attitude for gratitude. We keep thanking, the universe and every thing around. And people generally say it's a general belief that the more you thank, the more you will be thankful for. And we should stop complaining and stop criticizing and stop condemning people. And we should encourage. And attitude for gratitude is so very important. So can you share some on that, sir? What attitude for gratitude and Reiki as such?
Okay, in Reiki, actually everything is starts from gratitude. We thank from Reiki to all masters and everything. Wherever we go, whatever we do, actually we do it with a gratitude. Okay, we know that it's not everything is not granted, and we need to be grateful for each and everything. The air we like breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, everything we need to be grateful. And Reiki is a love and light energy, and it will open our hearts, and it will make us more compassionate, and we can be able to see the good in everything and everybody around us. So when we see the best in everything, we will be more and more grateful, and our attitude will be full of gratitude.
And also, I have heard many a times, Vinup sir, you telling us like always, be with a smile. And, as you do the sessions also, you always smile. Even now you're smiling. So tell us the association of smile also, sir.
See, when you smile, actually, when is a person looking so beautiful, when that person smiles, right? Okay, and smile is a gift. Only human beings can smile. No other beings, no other animal can smile. So when we smile, actually, it will actually release our tensions, release our unknown anxiety and all. And once you do Reiki, you'll be feeling so contented, you'll be feeling so happy internally, and you'll always have a smile. You'll always have a smile. Right.
True, sir. And many a times, even when I have practiced Reiki, midway through the Reiki process, sometimes we also fall asleep. So can you tell us a little more about that? Can you fall asleep? Is it okay that you've not completed the process, especially when we do those 28 chakras, 28 positions and points? It happens sometimes. So can you tell us that?
Okay. It's a natural process of our body. Okay, when is our body get healed, or when is our body get repaired, when we go to rest, right? And one of the best rest we can get is sleep. Okay, so if you are when you are doing Reiki, you are going into sleep, then you need to understand that that particular point needs more healing, and it is a natural mechanism of our body, and to make you to sleep, so that our other functions is slowed down, and our body can focus more on its repairing work. That's why usually when we do Reiki, we go into sleep. It won't be a long sleep. It may be a 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes sleep. We'll be coming back, and we can continue the practice. Okay. If you are falling asleep, you need to understand that you need more healing at that particular point. Okay. Body needs that rest. Okay. And it's very good actually.
You also spoke about curing people with insomnia. Insomnia is a lack of sleep, and as you said, the healing energy can help you cure a lot of your basic things. And today, if you look at life of any person, since you have been in the IT industry, they work in different time zones, like they work for an American company or a European company or even in Australia. So all the time zones have been different. And with this online platforms, everything has shrunk. The world has literally shrunk. So many people complain about insomnia and other such lifestyle diseases like diabetes and hypertension. So what is the role of Reiki in all these?
A very nice question, ma'am. Actually, the thing is, when you start doing Reiki, the first of all, the first thing you notice that you'll be feeling so relaxed, feeling so stress-free, and feeling so happy. Okay. So once you get so relaxed and stress-free, you can actually sleep well. Okay, and we are actually analyzing all these 28 points, and our glandular functions and each glandular functions will be much better. Okay, then our sleep cycles and our moods, our activities, everything will be more aligned. And a lot of people told me after learning Reiki, their sleep pattern has been improved a lot. Their thought pattern has improved a lot. Tensions, stress levels has been decreased a lot. Just by doing self practice, we don't need to do anything else for that. It's all the byproduct, side benefits of Reiki practice.
Very nice, very nice. And I also wanted to know that, in Reiki, we also learned, right, that you have taught us how to protect ourselves and you can protect your loved ones. So I have been practicing that not only personally for myself, but also for my friends, my teams. I try to protect all of them. So I want you to tell us a little more about the art of protection with Reiki, especially in today's time. How and what all benefits you have because of this art of protection.
It's just an intention, man. What we need a protection. Okay, we can protect ourselves and others with the Reiki. Okay, and Reiki energy is programmable. Reiki energy is programmable. We say if Reiki work like this, it will work like that. Okay, we can program Reiki to make a protective shield around me, and we can affirm like it will be giving me protection physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and energetically for the next 24 hours or so, and it will give us protection, and we can do the same to others also, to our dear ones also, and to our house, our car, our bike. And maybe I have received a lot of wonderful feedbacks of protection.